Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to Retired for Life. Today we've got a couple of quick jobs. I want to get the grader blade off the back of the tractor and get the backhoe installed. Two reasons. I've got some digging jobs that I need to do, and number two is I need that counterweight on the back of the little Kubota tractor because I've got some logs coming in, so we're going to have to handle those. And the other thing, my little experimental part has showed up, so we're going to take another crack at the dreaded mosquito trap thing here and see if we can get it to work. So there's the backhoe coming out of its winter storage. It had this tarpaulin on it through the winter, and that seems to have protected it reasonably well. And I've got it sitting on a couple of patio stones on both sides, so it's got some decent footing for the outriggers. So hopefully I should be able to back into it fairly easy. These things can be really tricky to put on, even though they're actually kind of a quick hitch assembly. So once you get the tractor in position, everything should go fairly smoothly. And of course, I'm still a bit of a novice at it. I've only done it a few times. So we're going to get this thing hooked up here today, one way or another. All right, guys, we've got the tractor pretty much in position here, or at least close enough that I can now hook up my hydraulic lines. And one thing they warned me about was to be sure that I have the tractor off when doing this. They say if you've got any pressure going on, the tractor running, and you unplug this line, you risk damaging the pump, which I don't want to do. So we'll be very careful about that. So there's our hydraulic lines hooked up. All right, I'm going to get the manual and just double check this before I turn the tractor on. All right, guys, I'm not going to go into any great detail as to how to hook this stuff up. There are lots of videos out there about it, and I'm sure some of them are, most of them are done by people with more experience than I've got. So I've got my hydraulic lines all hooked up and ready to go. So the next step is I'll need to level it out a little bit with the outriggers. So we'll get the tractor started up, get the outriggers lifting it a little bit, and then we'll back in. We got the clamshells open here, so we can back into it. Let's very carefully back her in now. Try not to pinch any lines. All right, let's see where we are here before I push on it. There we are. Okay, we're down in there good and solid now. And again, checking my lines here. All right, we want to lock the clamshells down on it. Okay, clamshells are closed. Take both pins out here just to make sure I don't do anything silly. Well, that's it. We're on. Hoses are all good. So we are going to head to the shop now, or over beside the shop, and load a grease cartridge into our new high-pressure grease gun. Well, this thing really works a treat. I'll have to watch that I don't waste grease. That really does make things a lot easier. So as you saw from the last video, I've not been successful with this. I have isolated the problem, and that's this little glow plug that starts the thing going. Now I've got power coming to it from the board, but the glow plug itself is not heating at all. There's no damaged wires. The connections seem to be good. So I don't know why it's not working. The other thing is I can't seem to find this thing in Canada. The only places I have seen it so far in my searching has been in the States. And by the time you pay for duty and exchange and all that kind of stuff, it would cost me over $100 to get this thing. And I'm just not willing to do that. So I'm going to keep looking for one. Hopefully I can find one. But in the meantime, I've got something a little weird that I'm going to try. I've got a part on order from Amazon for $12. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it'll be something to give a shot and see if it'll work. All right, so my newest part has showed up. I have been told that when it comes to things that are broken, I can be like a dog with a bone and very unwilling to surrender or give things up. So, yeah, this is my part. That's good. So what I ordered was a barbecue lighter. It may sound a little crazy, and it probably is, but with the glow plug not working, all I need is a spark in there. I don't necessarily need a glow plug. So what I'm going to attempt to do is see if I can hook this up and create a spark. And that might work. And we'll look at the size. I did just some guessing at the size, and yeah, it fits in the hole easy enough, but I'll need to do something to fasten it in there. So we've got the one end, and there's the wire for that, but I'm going to need a way to run the ground wire from this over to here, because this isn't going to spark like this. Okay guys, so this is a very crude setup. Got my plunger here. I've got wire just strewn around this ground tab, and I've taped the other end to the body here. I'm not sure you guys will be able to see it, but let's see if we spark here. Ooh. Yeah. That's a substantial spark. Look at how far away that works. Holy mackerel. It just gave me a little spark. All right, that's a very positive sign. So our next test is to put it inside here and fasten it down, and then put some gas to it, and we'll see if it'll work. Okay guys, so this is all a very, very just try it to see what happens kind of setup. Okay, so we've got propane, we've got power. Let's flick this on. Now we've got a 2.5 minute wait. Okay, so I'm going to have the mic nice and close. The fan will go slow and then start clicking. Don't think it lit. Nope, didn't light. So another failure. That was pretty disappointing, but what are you going to do? But I think I found out what's wrong. This needs to have something to throw the spark to. And when I looked inside the hole of the combustion chamber, I saw a grid to the left-hand side that was very close to the hole. And I thought, okay, that's perfect. That's going to take the spark. But after a closer look, it turns out that that grid is actually ceramic. So ceramic's not conductive, so it wouldn't spark to it. So that idea is a complete failure. So it's been about 2 days now since that, and I've been back on the web again, scouring around, trying to find a source for it. And amazingly enough, after probably a few hours of searching, I found a small company in Winnipeg that is actually an authorized dealership of these machines. I contacted them, and they said, sure, we've got those in stock. We'll send you one. So fingers crossed that it's the right one. It's in the mail and on the way here. And hopefully that's going to end this silly little fight with this mosquito trap. I'd really love to get it up and running again real soon. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Now, if you've got any thoughts, questions, comments, anything like that, I'd really love to hear from you. And as always, if you've enjoyed these videos and you're finding them interesting or at the very least entertaining, please don't forget to like, and I'd love to have you to subscribe to the channel. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you out on the trails the next time.